And many schools are already in their first week of classes, but our men and women sworn to protect them have been training all year long. When you woke up with 2 this morning, reporter Tony Russell showed how teachers train for an active shooter. Tonight, how police and school resource officers are making a difference.
Still more students, Jim.
It took one national tragedy to change how police and school districts view their response plans. The mass shooting at Calamine High School in 1999.
That really kind of jump-started a different approach to training. Back then, if you guys will remember, our first responding police officers had a brief exchange of gunfire with the suspects and backed off, held the perimeter, called it in, and brought in SWAT. 45 minutes went by before a police gun entered that school.
Ben Crockett is a retired Oklahoma Highway Patrol trooper. He never put down his badge. Now he's on the road teaching school districts and officers how to respond to active shooters across the state.
Crockett is no stranger to law enforcement. As a former OHP trooper, he's now taking this training and helping other officers out with responding to school shootings. So far, he's held 500 classes and trained over 8,500 law enforcement officers here in Oklahoma.
He uses a national training course to make sure officers know what to do when they arrive on a school campus.
And that's the main thing that we train. The very first priority we have is get in, find this bad guy, and stop him.
Crockett's latest stop is in Tulsa, working with the sheriff's office. He wants to make sure everyone, from teachers to school resource officers, have the tools to defend their campuses.
We literally, as law enforcement officers, are about a 3-minute response time. I assure you, when that call goes out, we are coming out of the woodwork. That's the call that every one of us absolutely have to get to and desire to get to.
That man right there, if that had been your loved one.
Crockett teaches from a national program, the mindset avoid, deny, defend. He says 2/3 of active shooter events are stopped by someone who isn't a police officer. This is video that shows how those training events are held.
And we talk about team movements being effective, going down a hallway, 540 degree of threat coverage, communicating with each other, what are we seeing, how to approach a room.
Officers are subjected to loud bangs and blanks to simulate the real thing, a school shooting.
It's as close to a real gunfight as we can get our officers without getting them into a real gunfight.
School resource officers are getting training too. Just like the teachers, they now have the task of building trust with students, de-escalating situations, and finding resolution to conflicts.
It's been around for many years, but just in 2018 as well, is really know how to relate.
Chief Matthias Wicks runs Tulsa Public Schools Campus Police. Those school resource officers hold the same qualifications with the officers you see patrolling our streets.
We can have all types of training on tactics, which we're going to have, and we do have. But I think even going deeper than that is building that relationship with young people and the school community.
In Tulsa, Tony Russell, 2 Works for You.